In a distant realm, a sovereign reigned with unquestioned authority and immeasurable wealth. His belief was absolute, that all things under the heavens, including loyalty, reverence, and even divine grace, could be acquired with gold. Yet despite his grandeur, his soul remained restless and his heart untouched by true contentment. One afternoon, cloaked in the garments of anonymity, the king ventured beyond the gilded gates of his palace into the forgotten quarters of his city. There, beneath the shade of an ancient tree, he beheld a modest vendor selling simple trinkets. The man's clothes were worn, his hands calloused, but his face bore an expression of serene fulfillment that struck the monarch with silent astonishment. Moved by curiosity, the king inquired, "You possess so little, and yet you appear rich in peace. Do you not desire riches or recognition?" The man responded gently, "Contentment is not found in abundance, but in trust. I ask only from the one whose treasures know no bounds. What is written for me shall find me. What is not, no emperor can bestow." The king, though startled, was inwardly humbled. Without revealing his identity, he offered the man a satchel brimming with gold. The vendor, with grace and firmness, declined. "O traveler, gratitude lives in my heart, but I fear that accepting what I do not require may sever the thread of my reliance upon my Lord. Perhaps another soul needs this more than I." The next morning, the monarch summoned the man to his royal court. When the man arrived, bewildered by the grandeur around him, the king rose from his throne and said, "It was I who stood before you yesterday. Will you now accept from me what you refused as a stranger?" The man bowed, then spoke with calm dignity. "If your offering stems from sincerity, not supremacy, I shall receive it. But if it is a test of my convictions, then know that my Lord has tested me far greater." The king, overwhelmed by the man's composure, said, "Then I ask 3 things of you. First, forgive me for measuring men by wealth. Second, remember me in your supplications. And third, return to this court each week to remind me of the truths I have long forgotten." The man nodded. "Majesty, you once asked me from whom I seek sustenance. Today, I see that the one I depend upon has brought me before you not as a beggar but as a messenger. I accept your requests. I forgive you. I shall pray for your heart, and I shall return, not to be heard, but to awaken that which slumbers in power." From that day forward, the king shed the mantle of pride. He reformed his kingdom with compassion, established homes for orphans, fed the poor, and submitted himself weakly to the humble vendor who had never sought a throne, but held the wisdom of one. Years passed. The kingdom became known not for its opulence, but for its justice. And the people learned that true wealth is not measured by coins, but by the peace that descends upon the one who trusts his Lord, speaks with truth, and walks with humility. Indeed, he who relies upon divine providence finds his path illuminated. And he who is consumed by ego shall surely be humbled by the weight of truth. Do not despair over your present condition. For when the decree of the Almighty descends, even the smallest among men may be summoned before kings.